What are the best times of day for birdwatching? If you're eager to spot some birds, you might be wondering when the best time to grab your binoculars and head out is. Let's break it down to help you make the most of your birdwatching adventures. First off, many people swear by the early morning hours, and for good reason. At dawn, you'll often hear the dawn chorus, a lively burst of birdsong that fills the air as birds wake up and start their day. However, while this is a great time to listen to birds, it's not necessarily the best time to see them. During the dawn chorus, birds are usually perched high in trees, singing to mark their territories, which makes them harder to spot. After sunrise, things get more interesting. As the birds finish their singing, they start foraging for food, which makes them more active and easier to see. This period, usually within an hour after sunrise, is when you'll likely spot the most birds. They're moving around, searching through foliage, and making plenty of noise, making it easier for you to find and follow them. But what if you're not a morning person? Don't worry. There are still plenty of opportunities to see birds later in the day. Late morning, for instance, can be a great time. While you might not see as many birds as you would in the early morning, the ones you do see will be more relaxed and easier to observe. They'll be moving slower, making it simpler to study their behavior and get a good look. In the afternoon, things can get a bit quieter, especially in wooded areas. Many songbirds take a break to rest, preen, and hide in thickets, making them harder to find. However, if you have a bird feeder in your yard or visit a spot with plenty of food, you can still see a lot of activity. In hot weather, providing a shady spot with fresh water can attract birds looking to stay hydrated. Different types of birds also have different schedules. For example, hawks and falcons tend to become active later in the morning, using the warm air currents to soar and hunt. Hummingbirds and waterbirds, on the other hand, are active throughout the day. If you live near the coast or areas affected by tides, timing your birdwatching around the tides can be very rewarding. When the tide is low, more feeding grounds are exposed, bringing birds like sandpipers out to feed. As the tide rises, these birds get pushed closer to shore, making them easier to observe. In colder months, birds spend most of their day searching for food to keep warm, so you can see them actively foraging throughout the day. Even in the late afternoon, some birds will come out again to stock up on food before nightfall. Nocturnal birds, like owls and nightjars, start to become active as the sun sets. While it might be harder to see them in the dark, listening for their calls can be a thrilling experience. Finally, keep an eye on the weather. Birds tend to be less active during storms, but the periods just before and after a storm can be excellent times for birdwatching, especially during migration seasons. So, while morning is generally the best time to see birds, there's no bad time to go birding. Each time of day offers its own unique opportunities, and understanding the behaviors and habits of different bird species can help you make the most of your birdwatching adventures.